one of the keys is what Rui Hachimura was very quiet, let's say, last game. He was not super happy about it after the game either. They've got to get more from Rui in this one. Obviously, he'll have more than, I believe he had, one shot attempt, one rebound last game.
They were staying home. They were not giving away kickouts. It was very much a, can Luka, Austin, and LeBron score the basketball, and Phoenix was living on the turnovers.
All right, we typically run out of time on Super Chat questions, so I wanted to make sure that we spend a decent chunk of this show catching up on some of these. So let's get into it. I have some from the last show, which on Monday, which, by the way, everybody, a reminder, we are going twice a week now. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications as well so you get notified when we are going live. Let's go here. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of questions about trades and such, but this one says, out of topic, but I don't want us to trade for Giannis. Let him go to New York and let us get Hart and maybe Gary Trent Jr. As Giannis and Doncic won't match. I spent a lot of time on this yesterday, breaking this down, why logistically within the rules of the cap, it's very difficult for the Lakers to trade for Giannis. Not impossible. You never say never. And in an NBA where Luka is a Laker, you never know what can happen. But doesn't seem likely that the Lakers can get in on a Giannis trade. But Jovan, if the opportunity is there, should the Lakers get in on a Giannis trade? Maybe that's an easy answer.
I think it's an easy answer. I would say yes, they should if they can. But I think to his point, I think it's pretty unlikely for, you laid it out with the cap situation. It's just really difficult for LA to get there in terms of matching salary. It probably has to be a 3-team trade. And then even then, I think the basis of your offer is Austin Reeves, who Milwaukee will then have to turn around and pay. But I think it's going to be a fair, Austin, again, we've talked about, he's been producing like a $50+ million player. If you're getting him at $40 million, that's actually a bargain. But you're going to have to then turn around and pay him, and then you're getting 1 first-round pick. And I think if the offer is Austin Reeves and a first, there are several teams, maybe a lot of teams, that can offer something better. Like if I'm Milwaukee, I want a blue chip player in their early 20s, and I want multiple first-round picks. So the Lakers cannot offer multiple first-round picks until the summer. The issue then is the timing with the contract situation, with then several of those guys, about to enter free agency. So I think maybe the best offer the Lakers could do realistically, if this drags out a bit, is re-sign Austin and then next season flip Austin, and the money will work a little bit better. And then you have 2 tradable first-round picks and multiple swaps, and maybe a do has popped or something, and you could, like, that could be an enticing throw in or whatever. But I think this would have to play out in a way of Giannis demanding to go to the Lakers, or having a very short list of 2 or 3 teams. We know the Knicks are one of the teams he's interested in, but if it's like Knicks, Lakers, Heat, and I'm only going to one of those 3 situations, maybe the Lakers can put together an offer that is competitive enough or beats out those other teams. If it's simply like Giannis is going to the best trade offer, or at least the best trade offer for like a competitive team, I think OKC, Houston, and San Antonio easily trump anything that the Lakers could offer, anything the Knicks could offer, anything Miami could offer. So like those 3 teams have young blue chip guys, they have picks, they are very set up to beat anything the Lakers offer. So I don't think it's realistic. Again, I think it would have to be like the Luka situation does, to Trevor's point, give you the optimism that anything can happen for the Lakers. And I believe they're going to go after him. Like I believe they're going to try. It's just the core of the offer is Austin and a first. And I just think there are ways, like if you can get Stephon Castle and 3 firsts, I'd rather have Stephon Castle and 3 firsts.
Our sponsor, Underdog, has got you covered for all your sports picks this season. If you're new to Underdog, use our code COLLECTIVE and you'll get $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5, win or lose. Here's how it works. Just pick higher or lower on 2 or more player stats, and you're in the game with a shot to win up to 5,000 times your money. The interface, super easy to use over on Underdog. I definitely appreciate that. Personally, I'm looking at players like Deni Avdija, like Sadiq Bey as well. Plus, the best part, you can make your picks right now in most states, including Texas, California, and Florida. So remember, that's code collective over at Underdog. You can find our link in the description down below. Big shout out and thank you to Underdog for sponsoring our show.
I'd rather have Stephon Castle in 3 first.
Yeah, and that's the challenge for the Lakers. It's the offer would likely be beat. I said it yesterday that for Lakers fans, if you really are hoping to see Giannis in a Lakers jersey, you should be hoping that he does not get traded by the trade deadline. You should be hoping that he has availability this summer when the Lakers could have more draft capital to trade, depending, of course, on what they do here at the trade deadline, which is going to be coming up on February 5th. But you should be hoping that he is still a Milwaukee Buck this summer, and then they look to move him at that point because the Lakers will have much more flexibility to try to make something like that happen. Because let's also keep in mind, if you're trying to put Austin into these trades right now, Austin Reeves has been saying for years at this point that he wants to be a Laker, he wants to be a Laker for life, and all these things. Milwaukee would not have those assurances. He would hit free agency. Milwaukee would put more value, and every team would put more value in Austin Reeves if he was already under contract on a long-term deal versus trading for him as a potential flight risk this summer. So I don't think that the Lakers landing Giannis is likely at the trade deadline here. If you're Rob Pelinka, you absolutely make that call. I'm not that worried about a Giannis and Luka fit together. And if you can get in on something like that, of course, you want to try. But I think if Giannis is moved by the trade deadline, he's going somewhere else. And Jovan, the unfortunate thing about what you said, because you're absolutely right about the teams who have the best shot at it, if they're just stacking up value, they're all Western Conference teams. And that's going to be the tough part with that.
Yeah, I think Orlando is kind of interesting.
Orlando's interesting. That is, and Atlanta.
They could give Atlanta's up like a Paolo in that kind of deal, and then then you effectively have your Giannis replacement. Atlanta's a really interesting one, but Jalen Johnson's been so good that I wonder if he's literally played himself out of being tradable. But yeah, I agree with you guys. You make the phone call, you make the offer, and you certainly put yourself out there. I kind of agree with Cigar that the Giannis-Luka match is a little bit clunky in the sense that I think they're guarded by similar players, which means that they'd likely dictate switches, which means they wouldn't have much two-man game potential. But I also just think Giannis is such a massive talent play that you do it 10 times out of 10. One thing I will say, I have no interest in Josh Hart or Gary Trent Jr. for this Laker team.
Okay, let's get to that. We just got a little bit of breaking news. Giannis Antetokounmpo expected to be sidelined 2 to 4 weeks with a right calf strain, which is on topic. But get that injury we saw last